Welcome once again to another episode of Wealthy Minds, the place where we seek to help you make smart financial decisions with PPIG for FREE. So I'm going to highlight to you 4 different tools that you can use even right now. So if you are 55 and above and you've got extra monies in your CPF SA, listen hard. And if you're drawing close, listen hard too, because that's what you're going to need in the next year or two. So to optimize what you have, there are 4 things. The first thing, flow with the policy change. Those of us who have been around a little longer would remember or have vague memory, that, once upon a time there was this thing called the minimum sum scheme, MSS, right? Minimum sum scheme lasted an individual for 20 years, and then over time it got upgraded and we progressed on to CPF Life. So there's been a lot of evolution of our CPF Life scheme, so it's no wonder that another change has come. Other than the obvious fact of SA closing and money's being moved to OA, the fact is you can enjoy the 4% if you're willing to push it to RA. BRS, FRS, ERS. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Come 1st Jan 2025, this 3 times will be increased to 4 times. So which means to say those of us who have FRS, you can top up double of your FRS. Who does topping up to ERS benefit? It benefits those who have long life genes. So if you're worried about longevity risk, CPF Life is the only thing in the market right now that can guarantee you that for life at the rate that it offers, which is accumulating between 55 to 65 with 4% guarantee. And then thereafter, actually it is hard to say because whatever interest we earn is no longer unique to us. The interest is all commingled, because that then gets used to fund those who live longer. So if we live long, say to 90, 95, even to 100 or more, we will continue receiving it. So option 1 works for those who have concern for longevity risk. The other thing is this: while you can top up all the way to ERS, which is 4 times BRS or 2 times FRS, you don't have to go all the way to the top. You might then want to consider, say, if your goal is to create a monthly income of 3,000 a month from 65 all the way to as long as you live, then use the CPF Life estimator or calculator online to estimate how much more you need to top up. So that kind of sets your base. Then the rest of the monies you can keep liquid in either your OA or withdraw it for other investment purposes or uses. The second thing you can do is consider SSB. Yes, the Singapore Savings Bond. The March tranche is open. The rate is actually at 3.04. Annualized over a 10-year period is 3.04. Why consider SSB now? While I floated this idea to some people over the last 3 weeks, the first response I often get is, I will do it next year. And my challenge to them was, why wait? Because as interest rate is expected to go down later part of this year, SSB will also go down in tandem. Right now, it is still offering at over 3%. In fact, for the first 6 years, it is at 2.95. You have a choice to be able to liquidate out of your SSB during this 10-year period. It is not a fixed tenure. You can exit midway through, but if you say exit in year 3, the first 3 years, you have earned 2.95% per annum. That's more than your OA of 2.5 already. So what are you waiting for? If your intention then is to only earn interest in the next 10 years, SSB right now, given that it's more than 2.5%, is the way to go. The third thing you can do is leverage on private annuities. Now, when it comes to private annuities, no private annuities is as good as CPF Life at the moment. In fact, if you check the CPF board, you will see that they will allow you to withdraw every single cent, even your CPF Life, if you can prove to CPF board that there is a lifelong annuity plan that is better than CPF Life. The fact is, there isn't. At most, it comes close to it. So why would you consider option 3, leveraging on private annuities? Is if you want to use the same capital to create a higher payout during your most active years. So your most active years is usually between 60 to 80, 65 to 80, 65 to 85. And so for some people, their major concern is from 70 to 90. So whatever your most active retirement age is, use private annuities to bump up what the payout is, because you want to be able to enjoy your retirement life during your most active retirement years. Past 80, 85, 90, some of us will say, we look at our parents, we look at grandparents, and we say, past 80, 85, 90, their health goes downhill. If the same repeats with me, then I want to plan for my most active years such that I'm able to spend and enjoy the retirement days that I want. The option to do nothing is not an option at all, because with a long-term inflation at 3%, we are talking about halving the value of our money in every 23 years. So you want to at least put your money in private annuities to increase the payout during your most active retirement years. And there's another reason why you should consider private annuity, because there are two insurers in the whole of Singapore market that offers an additional benefit. During your drawdown years, should long-term disability happen, it will pay out double. And for one insurer, it is a built-in feature. You do not pay more for it. For another insurer, you have to top up with a rider and you get to enjoy this additional benefit. Now, this is something that CPF Life is not going to be able to offer, or at least the policy right now doesn't cater for that, but it is a very tangible need. The fourth and final option would be to invest. But this time round, unlike in your younger days when you're investing for growth, you're investing, for excitement, you're investing maybe some people for entertainment, you want to invest for lifelong income. You want to make sure then a part of your money is going into perhaps keeping your capital intact and then just drawing down enough income to be able to supplement your CPF Life, private annuities, and top it up. 240K at 5% dividend pay will give you 1,000 income per month, and dividends can go on and on and on and on. So how does it work? If you are familiar with stock investing, you'll realize that there are stocks that pay out dividends, and that dividend can stay quite steady. Good times, bad times, price may fall up and down. Dividends more or less hold out there. So when you have a fund that is a basket of such stocks, it is actually able to continue to provide that regular income. So invest for lifelong income, therefore, is very helpful for those who just want to feed off dividends and only draw on capital if they really have to towards the end of life, or leave it as a legacy. These are the four options that are available. As to what fits you the most, I would say it's never one single thing. It's probably a combination of things. As I would do with many of my clients, we would sit down and we would scenario play, because everyone's circumstances is different. You might have rental income right now. You might, be liquidating your property and then you've got a whole lump sum. What do you do? Now that OAS is going to be liquid to you and you're not going to enjoy a 4% rate of return, what could give you more than 2.5? All of that's going to end up with a combination of things, and everyone's preferences are different. Everyone's circumstances are different. So we're open here at Wealthy Minds to meet up with you one-on-one if you have a need and you do not have a trusted advisor to do that. Or if you find that you want to have a wider scope of choices, feel free to reach out to us at Wealthy Minds. And if not, we will see you at our next on-site event.